Get out your parkas and scarves, ladies and gentlemen, because hell has officially frozen over. The ATF has actually returned seized property to an American gun owner. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel with a quick little story that I did not see coming. And as with my last two videos, full disclaimer here, I had oral surgery last week, so if my pronunciation, voice is a little weird, I apologize, bear with me. Now, because this video is also so short, I will jump right into today's sponsor, and that is Blackout Coffee Company. They are a small family-owned roaster based in sunny Florida that has supported this channel and your rights for years. Whether it is coffee, tea, or hot chocolate, they have got you covered with a cup that you can feel good about, knowing that your purchase helps support channels like mine and some of your favorite gun rights groups. So to check them out, go to blackoutcoffee.com/libertydoll. As we all well know at this point, bump stocks are no longer illegal on the federal level. They never should have been, but that there is a separate video about the ATF doing ATF things. Surprisingly, after the Cargill ruling came down, the ATF actually emailed a lawyer to set up a drop-off point to return stolen property to one Mr. David Codrea, who was part of one of the lawsuits challenging the bump stock ban. Now, I say stolen property not because some back alley criminal took it, but because ATF criminals took it back in 2019. Codrea is also one of the writers over at AmmoLand and so has been chronicling this story as it went. Now, buying the bump stock in the first place was part of a legal strategy to establish standing for a legal complaint, as was later turning it in. The bump stock was taken even when it was still in its original packaging when it was first deemed illegal. The spring was removed by, I believe, the ATF to bring it back on this side of legal, but then the ATF did what they do best, besides shooting or burning gun owners, and changed their minds again, once again saying it was illegal. He returned it back to the ATF for the purpose of having skin in the game for his lawsuit. Now, when Codrea petitioned to get his stuff back from the ATF, I am sure he was holding his breath, but shockingly, in a very big plot twist here, a meetup for the Virginia offices was decided. In the end, the return went off without a hitch. He wrote that, surprisingly, one agent met us at the elevator and escorted us to the anteroom, where we were met and brought into the meeting room by the RAC, resident agent in charge, and a TFO task force officer. They were both respectful and cordial and seemingly understanding of how untenable it is to repeatedly go back and forth from legal to illegal. I asked if anyone else had come to reclaim their property and was told I was the only one, that others had forfeited theirs, and that one business that had made stocks wrote the loss off on taxes. Still, that knowledge didn't and won't stop the ATF from messing around with definitions and arbitrary rules because A, they are a bloated government agency, and B, they need to come up with reasons for Congress to continue padding their budget, which historically is a very dangerous place for the ATF to be, because then bad things happen to good people. Also to not so great people either, but to citizens in general. Now, it is disappointing that so many people turned in their bump stocks, but I understand that things can get scary when it's the federal government, especially an agency with a history of shooting, paralyzing, or outright burning alive their naysayers or anyone who tries to stand up to them. I have 2 entire videos now and a huge long playlist that are collections of several stories of some of the ATF's worst infractions against American citizens, and you can find that up here, my friends. All that being said, remember that the Cargill ruling was on the federal level, with states still doing their own thing, like Massachusetts, for example, who, way back when, actually passed a law allowing life in prison if someone was caught with a bump stock. And of course, there is the admission that while the ATF can't outright ban bump stocks, Congress could, if it really wanted to, which would be a lot harder to try and overturn, seeing as most things require an act of Congress. And let's not give them any ideas, please. I know that it's just a novelty item, really, but that is not the point here. And of course, there is still the thousands upon thousands of guns that the ATF seizes every year from collectors and legal gun owners and FFLs, especially in their recent crackdowns that never get returned. So this is a very rare case indeed. Maybe it will inspire other people to try their luck with the ATF again in getting their property back, but time will tell if there is a greater success rate here of 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this video. I technically did this outro once already when I recorded this without my microphone by accident, so I'm going to cut it short. You guys know the drill for the algorithm things, and as always, thanks for tuning in, and happy shooting.